Hey everybody, in today's video we're going to be taking a quick look at the flashlight features on the Garmin Instinct 2X Solar watch. Now I'm using the 2X Solar. There's also a tactical version that's going to be a little bit different than what you see on this model. This is one of the cooler features on the 2X. This is probably the main reason a lot of people upgrade to it, but I'll say this. I've also been pleasantly surprised with the size of the 2X. It's a little bit bigger on the wrist, but it's a whole lot easier for me to see the values on the 2X. So aside from the size, the flashlight feature is also very cool. Your flashlight's going to be right up here at the top. You really don't even notice it when you're wearing the watch. There's a couple different ways you can get into the flashlight. The easiest way is they put it in your control menu. If you press and hold the top left button on the watch, that will take you into your control menu, and then you can use the up or down button to go to your flashlight feature. You've got a couple different functions that use the flashlight. There's the torch, which is more of your traditional flashlight, and then you also have a strobe. And I will show you that. That's basically going to be a strobe pattern or a distress pattern that you can use with that flashlight feature. If I go to torch, press GPS to select it, it's going to take you basically to a settings screen for your torch. I can use the up or down button to adjust the values for my torch. You'll notice as I press the down button, it's just adjusting my brightness for the flashlight. That's going to be the low setting, then you've got a little bit higher, and then full blast. If you go all the way down, on this model you've got a red option. I think the difference with the tactical is you have red and you have green. Set it the way you want. Once you're ready to turn on your flashlight, you can press the GPS button to start it, and you'll press the GPS button to stop it. While you have your torch on, you can still adjust these settings by pressing the up or down button. I'm going to turn off my backlight, and we'll do that now. So press the GPS button, my torch is on. It is a legitimate flashlight. Sometimes these flashlights on these watches are kind of gimmicky. This one you can actually use. It's got definitely some functionality. That's the low setting. I'm going to gradually go brighter. Now remember, the brighter and the more you use your flashlight, the more battery life you're going to use. But on this watch, you really don't have to worry about that too much. And then there's the red. Again, I can press the GPS button at any point to stop it or to resume it. The one thing I wanted to mention is I'm going to go ahead and stop it. Let me turn on my backlight again. Once you've got it set the way you want, you don't have to go into your control menu to turn on your flashlight. If you simply click the control button twice, don't press and hold it, just a quick 1, 2 turns on your flashlight, 1, 2 turns off your flashlight. From any screen, you can double click your control button to quickly turn on and turn off your flashlight. When you turn it on and turn it off though, it's going to use whatever was the last setting you had set up when you used the torch mode, and that's going to be the value you use. So I'm one of those. I go in here, go to my torch, set it the way I want. Usually I set it to full blast, and then I don't go back into it again whenever I want to use the flashlight. Just double click it, double click the control button, turn it on and off. You don't even have to have the torch in your control menu, but it does make it a little bit easier in your control menu to get to the settings. You could also set up the torch as a hotkey if you didn't want to use the control menu. So that's a quick look at the torch. Now let's go look at the strobe. I'm going to go ahead and press the control menu. You can get to your strobe from the torch. While I'm in my torch, if I press and hold the menu button, it will take me to the strobe. It will also take me to a distress pattern. What distress pattern is if you're in trouble, you can go down to distress pattern, turn it on, and what it's going to do is you're going to have a distress strobe that's blinking, and then when somebody finds you, your watch face will display your emergency contact information that you have set up in your Garmin Connect account. I actually have valid information set up, so I'm not going to show you distress pattern, but that's what it does. Is you're in trouble, go to distress pattern, turn it on, let it send out the distress signal. It will not call your emergency contact information. It won't do anything like that. But if somebody finds you, they can look at your watch face and see, who do I call to find out who this person is, let them know there's something wrong, that kind of thing. I can press GPS to choose strobe, and I'm in my strobe. I'm going to go ahead and go back, and I want to show you that it's the same thing as if you have strobe set up in your control wheel and you go to strobe. You're in the exact same setting. While I'm in the strobe, it kind of works like torch. I can press the up or down button to go through the different strobe patterns. You'll notice each time I press up and down, it kind of shows me a visual of what that pattern is going to look like. You can also build a custom one. So if you want it to, strobe a certain way, and you want it to be a certain color and a certain speed, you can build that in the custom mode. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn on the strobe, and then what I'll do is, just like the flashlight, I'm going to press the up or down button so you can see the different patterns. So press the GPS button to turn on strobe, and then I can press up or down to go to different patterns. You might be sitting out there wondering, now what in the world would you use this for? I'm kind of the same way. I don't really use this. But if you're somebody that's doing boating, or you're out hiking and you need to signal to somebody where you are, I guess that's what you would be using this feature for. Again, emergency purposes, you need to try and get somebody's attention. It's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my backlight. Again, once you're done with it, press the GPS button. The one thing I'll say is double clicking the control button will always turn on your torch. It doesn't turn on your strobe. If you want to turn on the strobe, you have to go to the strobe mode to do that. I'll go ahead and press the back button a couple times, get back to my main watch face, and that's a quick demonstration of the flashlight feature on the Garmin Instinct 2X watch. As always, I hope you got something out of this video. If you liked it, likes are always appreciated on this channel. Thanks for watching.